Hi guys, I'm Amy with Seriously Sweet and Cookie Snack Attack. I'm so excited to be able to come and tell you quickly about the 3 gingerbread classes that we are holding at Gingerbread Camp in Millersburg, Kentucky at Mustard Seed Hill. And if you've never visited this campus before, it is out of this world amazing. Just absolutely beautiful. So, we're teaching some classes this summer because we wanted to really get people interested in getting ready for the competition that is in November. And by the way, even if you're not taking classes but you normally come there to compete, the application for competition is already online. And we will put a link attached to this video when we share this video. But I wanted to quickly just tell you what we're doing in each class because I'm hoping that we can squeeze a few more of you in. We did run out of some tickets on 2 of the classes, so we added some more tickets. So if there was no space when you tried to sign up the first time, we have added some more seats. I have a lovely assistant coming with me, so we will be able to take care of everyone. And I am so excited about this. We are doing a session on Thursday from 10 until 3 called Sweet Connections. It's a community gingerbread workshop. It was intended to be for people 55 plus, but honestly, if you're just close to that age range, we just wanted close to that age range so that you guys would know it was not for teens or little kids. So if you're in the area and you're going to do the class that's on Friday and you're not a 55 plus and you want to sign up for the 55 plus because you want to do 2 different classes over the weekend, that's perfectly fine. We're not turning anyone away. Just needs to be an adult, and if you're close to that age range, that would be fabulous. It's just not for kids or teens. So the Sweet Connections Community Gingerbread Workshop for 55 plus, there will be a pre-baked house that I will have baked. It's not a kid house. We're going to show you how to put that house together using a really nice royal glaze icing. You will get the recipe for both the construction gingerbread and for the royal glaze icing. And you're going to get a swag bag that includes a set of cutters so you can go home and remake this exact same house as many times as you want. So we're going to be covering some basic construction tips for a small house and going over recipe, going over icing. We're going to go over how to assemble a house. We're going to talk time frame, and we'll talk a little bit about decorations, and you're going to actually get to decorate your house with a candy theme. That's what we're going to be doing in your class. No experience is needed for this, I promise you. Between myself, my assistant, and my hubby, Doe Dude, who will be in and out, you will be perfectly fine. We will take care of it for you. But it's a lot of fun, and we're going to talk about a little bit in that class about the history of gingerbread. So I think it's a great place to get started. You should not feel intimidated at all to take that class because everything's baked. The icing will already be made. You're going to leave with a set of cutters with the recipes, and then you're going to get to decorate this house as well. Now, there's a little more info coming to you, but I'm not going to disclose that until class because I want you to sign up for class. And I believe this class we scheduled in an hour-long break, and you can also purchase lunch directly from Mustard Seed. And if you do that, we're just going to go right upstairs in the building that we're in. There's an upstairs floor. We're going to go up there to the kitchen, and we're going to have lunch together and just be together during that time where we take our break, okay? So we've got that set as well, and that's on Thursday, August 6th from 10 until 3. That's the 55 plus class. Then on Friday, our all-day class, which starts at 9 a.m. and runs until 4 p.m. with a 1-hour break for lunch. It's called Gingerbread Lab, Tips, Tricks, and Tools for the More Serious Competitor. It's an all-day intermediate to advanced level class for adults and advanced teens, ages 14 plus, who want to refine some of your gingerbread skills or prepare for a higher level competition. Now, I also don't want that to sound intimidating because I'm a super thorough teacher. So think of it more like things you didn't know that you didn't know until someone told you what you didn't know. How's that? Will that help you? So it's a lot of fun, but we are going to go over tips, tricks, techniques, and tools. And then we're also going to go over the rules specifically for Mustard Seed and also how to decipher rules in general for competitions to make sure that something horrible doesn't happen and you get disqualified for something that's in the rules that you can't do. Right? How horrible would that be to work for hours and hours and hours on a beautiful gingerbread house and then be disqualified because you don't meet the rules. So we're going to go over that specifically with regard to mustard seed. Then we'll have a little side section where we're going to talk about how to decipher rules in general at competitions, which could be anywhere from a cake show, a cookie show, a convention, another gingerbread competition. Like, we're going to go over that. Now, we're not going to go over specific competitions besides the mustard seed hill rules. We're going to go over in general things to look for so that you guys can start deciphering, because not all rules for every competition are the same. All right, now the reason I think this class is valuable, whether you have been a gingerbreader for years or whether you are just getting started, whether you are 14 or whether you are 85, this class, think of it like a college 101, where we're just going to dive in there and we're going to start covering things that you may not even know that you didn't know. So there's a lot of info in this class. This is going to be a great class, and there will be several hands-on demos. I think it's okay to share at least one of them with you. I didn't want to release too much before the class, but we are going to be going over tools that I really like to use, some tools that my friends really like to use, and we're going to be talking about different ways to get a similar look, some taking a lot of time and some taking a much quicker amount of time to get very close to the same looks. And we're going to talk about why that would make a difference on a competition by competition basis. So one of the demos that you're going to get to do, though, is we're going to be creating ground covering and stonework. And the reason I picked stonework for your demo in this is because you can use it for cobblestone pathways, you can use it around the base of your house, you can use it to build chimneys. So much you can do with good stonework. And I'm going to show you how to do that in a couple of different mediums. Obviously, people drive from many different locations to attend competitions. So some things that would work for someone that's local might not work as well for someone who has to drive 10 or 11 hours. So we're going to talk about those things as well in that class. And then I'm going to let you in on a few secrets that my gingerbread friends have told me that they occasionally do to their houses to give them an inch up, just so that I don't want to tell you what it is. I'm not going to tell you what they are until you come to class, but I will tell you this. Think about maybe some things that realtors do before you go into a house that they're trying to sell. So we're going to think about it like that avenue of information I'm going to talk to you about in that class. So you will also have a hands-on demo. Having not originally started out in the gingerbread world, I tend to look at gingerbreading differently than a straight gingerbread competitor. Having done cakes before, cookies, cupcakes, pralines, fudge, sugary candies, I tend to come at this from many different viewpoints, always looking at what will make my piece a little bit better, what will make it stand out a little bit more from the crowd. And one of the things that I like to do is to make sure that my board is not just the thing I build on, but it becomes part of the story of my gingerbread. So we're going to talk about the cake board that you'll be using and how that should be put together and what you do with that, and maybe come at that more like a cake person would come at that, so that it becomes an all-comprehensive design in that class. So we'll be talking about that as well. We have a few other small hands-on demos planned. I have a great PowerPoint presentation for you where we can cover a lot of material quickly. We do have some friends visiting the class that day that are upper level gingerbread competitors that are always happy to talk gingerbread. So we're going to be talking with them a little bit that day and let them share some things as we go throughout the class. And also swag for this class, you're also going to have a set of cutters. You're going to have some mini cutters for this class for like little people that you can set up to make cutesy 2D cookies in a gingerbread theme. And I'm not going to tell you what else is in your swag bag. There's just some cutesy little gifts in there that I think you're really going to like. And then we're going to move on to Saturday. And that is, anyone, again, can come to this class, but it was designed for children. It's called Pop-Tarts and Candy Dreams. And we're making Pop-Tart houses to get the little ones started. So I will tell you, depending on how many kids wind up in the final class and on this class, if they're little kids, we're going to have their house already assembled, and they'll just be decorating because they're going to be eating candy and it's going to take them longer to decorate their house. But if you are an older child or a young teen and you're taking the Pop-Tart class, you're going to actually put your house together with royal glaze icing. Your Pop-Tarts will be ready to go, so you'll just be going through the assembly process before you start decorating. But don't worry, we have plenty of time. This class is going to be on Saturday, August 8th from 10 until 1. There will be a small break during the class time. But we're going to have a lot of fun, and we're going to talk about different gingerbread competitions and different levels within the competitions and what's more appropriate for one than the other. So for the kids, candy all the way. It's so much fun. And we will supply all of everything you need for class in all of the classes. And there's a really cute gingerbread coloring book that I designed for the kids class, as well as a gingerbread journal. So I am going to give both the 55 plus class and the gingerbread lab class the gingerbread journal, but it's really like a scrapbooking type journal. So I did design it for the kids class, but then when I showed it to a few of my adult friends, they were like, if I take that class, I want that too. So you guys will have that as well, and then you can decide if you use any of it or not. But it's really cute. So you have some special treats coming that I designed for you for each of the classes. And then please, 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 all of you, especially if you live in the area, come back on Saturday, August 8th, 2 p.m. for the gingerbread tea, which is a mingle. One of the judges that has judged for a couple of years at Mustard Seed Hill is going to be there, at least one of them. There will be another advanced gingerbreader there. There's probably going to be 3 or 4 advanced gingerbreaders there. And listen, there's one thing we like to do. We like to talk gingerbread, and we like to talk gingerbread all day long. So that's the time for us to share ideas, bounce questions back and forth, maybe talk about competitions we've been in before. If anybody has judged before and they're also a competitor, you can talk about, have conversations with people at this mingle, talking about what's the difference on one side of the table versus the other side of the table. And I bet you'll learn something just from the conversation. So the 55 plus class, the tickets are $75, and there's a few of those left, but that's almost sold out. We added more seats, but I think you should get on that ticket immediately. The Friday class, we did add some more seats for that class just because we didn't want to have to do more later. That ticket is $125, and believe me, it is a packed class for the $125. So let me say this, write this code down, because if you are going to take the kids class, if you want to just come for fun on Saturday and do the kids class, no matter what your age range is, the Pop-Tart class, and you have already signed up for, hold on one sec, I just want to make sure I read this to you right. Okay. If you signed up for the 55 plus class, but you want to go, did I do this right? Oh, yes. If you signed up for the 55 plus class and you want to go to the Pop-Tart class, you can get 25% off the Pop-Tart class, which was a $35 ticket for kids, by using the code SWEETDAY1. All capital letters, SWEETDAY, and then the number 1. No number sign, no dots, nothing, just Sweet Day 1. So if you already signed up for the 55 plus class and you want to add a Pop-Tart class, because I'm thinking what's going to happen is you're going to come to the 55 plus class, have such a great time, then you're going to be like, you know what, my niece or nephew or my child or my grandkid would really like to come back for the Pop-Tart class. Then sign them up for the Pop-Tart class, use this code, but you do need a seat for each person that's going to build a house. So if you want to build a little Pop-Tart house and your child wants to build a little Pop-Tart house, just grab 2 of the tickets, put the discount code in, and you'll get 25% off that additional ticket. Okay? And if you haven't bought your 55 plus, buy your 55 plus, add on your Pop-Tart class, and put in that code Sweet Day 1, and you'll get 25% off the Pop-Tart class. Okay, 1 seat for each person building a house. And please, please, please sign up for everyone that is actually coming to class. The only people that should be in the classroom that are not the kids are if they're under a certain age, which we ask that if they were under the age of 7, I believe it was, or 8. We said if they were under 8, we wanted an adult to stay with them and sit with them to assist them in the Pop-Tart class. If they're older than that and you want to stay on property, as in the other room or be on the phone or something like that, that's fine. You just have to stay on property with them. But if you want to do the class, then just buy a separate ticket for each person for that, okay? Those tickets are only $35, so that's super affordable. Okay, now here's the next deal, because I think that anybody that is, okay, let me just say it like this. I think that anyone that is doing the lab, which is the $125 class that's all day long from 9 to 4, and again, there is a lunch break, and you can purchase a lunch by contacting Stephen. That information's on the original post for the classes. But what I was going to say is anybody that has already purchased the Gingerbread Lab, if you want to come back and just sharpen your skills a little bit and assemble a house, decorate with candy, here are the different things we're going to talk about in that class, because it is different information than in the all day long class. And man, I don't know. I go to class. I feel like if I learn 3 things, that's fantastic. I take beginner level, intermediate level, and advanced classes all the time, because you never know when you're going to learn something new. So if you're in the Gingerbread Lab, did we do it that way? Hold on. I just want to make sure. For the 55 plus group, these discounts were for the 55 plus group, because we had to increase that class size twice. If you're in the 55 plus group and you want a Pop-Tart class added, then do the Sweet Day 1. If you already signed up for the 55 plus class and you want to take the Gingerbread Lab, and even though it is for more advanced competitors, you are still going to learn a ton of knowledge and leave with a ton of knowledge that day. I mean, there's just no way around it. So even if you don't feel like you would put those skills into use immediately, you're going to learn things that are not in the 55 plus class. So if you already signed up for the 55 plus class and you want to take the Gingerbread Lab, the discount would be because you're buying 2 classes. You will get the lab, which is normally $125 for $100 even. And the code for that is 2 as in TOO sweet, SWEET. 2 sweet, TOO SWEET. So both of these discounts are for people that are in the 55 plus class, okay? So get your 55 plus ticket, which is $75, and then come back and grab a Pop-Tart if you want to come in and just decorate for fun with us, or if you want to bring back your niece, nephew, child, grandchild, your neighbor, whomever. And if you did the 55 plus class and you want to come and just sit through all the information that is in the Friday class, because we're not building a house that day, that's hands-on demo. In the Friday class, you'll get the Friday class discounted to $100 even. So 55 to buy the Pop-Tart house, the code is Sweet Day 1. 55 class to add on the Gingerbread Lab, which is on Friday, which is the all day class. The code for that is TOO SWEET. Now, if you have any questions, leave them below this video. I'm going to load this on several sites. If you don't hear from me, tag the other site. I'm trying to keep up with all of them. I am up in the mountains for the next 5 days, so internet's just a little sparse. I mean, we're getting through, but I had to stop doing the live because it kept spinning, so I'm doing a recording for you. So just message me through Facebook. That's great, especially through the Amy Hicks page. I see those right away. And please don't forget to sign up for the Gingerbread Tea Mingle. And the tea is for anybody. You don't have to take a class to come to the tea, although we would like for everyone that takes the class to come to the tea, because we want to see you in just a social environment. And we have people coming that just in conversation will really be able to help you and get you geared up for November. We would like to see a record-breaking number of houses turned in for this November at Mustard Seed Hill, because the public enjoys it so much, and you know you guys do too, when you come through and look at all the houses and you see the lights and you go to the artisan shop and you just do all the things on the campus. It's just amazing, and it's just such a beautiful, fun time of year. So we're going to kick off that spirit early with these classes in August. I hope to see all of you there. If you have any questions, message me or message Victoria at Mustard Seed Hill, and I just cannot wait to see all of you guys, and I hope you will show up for all the classes. Please share this on your pages. You never know. We have people coming. Currently, we have people coming from Virginia, Tennessee, Colorado. I feel like there was someone coming from Illinois might have been Indiana. So there are people coming from different areas of the country. And for those of you that are local, this is a great time to meet some serious gingerbread people and just really start your journey off right if you haven't started yet, or really boost your confidence if you've started but you haven't been gingerbreading for very long. And if you are a competitor at Mustard Seed Hill every year, we would love to see you at the Mingle, at the Tea Mingle, 2 p.m. on Saturday, August 8th. You do need a ticket to get in, but we would love to see you there so that you can just have a fun time sharing with your friends and seeing everybody before November. All right, guys, it's Amy from Seriously Sweet Cookie Snack Attack signing off, getting ready for some more sweet gingerbread times. You guys have a great night.